was down on his knees at one point. I can't even. With these things, I mean, no. These are grown men with families and children who are beaming like 12-year-olds. That's all I can say.
That's why everyone loves them.
No, I love them so much too. They're amazing. They really are amazing. Is it over here?
So, over here, Julie.
Oh yeah. Hi.
My name is Liz. I'm from Orlando, and I know this sounds like a very odd question, but do you have any personal ghost stories?
Personal ghost stories? I do. It's a bit weird. You know anything about a weirdo? do you want to hear more of my weirdness? Yeah, this is the church of weird. Okay, so I grew up in a farm. My house is over, by now because I'm older now, my house is over 280 years old. I was never freaked out or anything. My neighbour, we have one neighbour, and their son's a year older than me, and I used to have to walk him home because he was so scared in the farm in the middle of nowhere. So I don't think I'm easily spooked, put it like that, but I am very respectful. I do believe in energy and whatnot. Anyway, one night I was living in this house in London near Shooters Hill, in Blackheath. It's called Blackheath because of the plague, where they buried all the bodies from the plague. So that's just a little backstory. I was staying in this beautiful apartment. A bunch of us all clubbed in together. 4 of us shared a 3 beds so we could afford it, you know, just not long out of drama college and stuff. And it was an old converted hospital that, I kid you not, this is true, Florence Nightingale had designed it in the Crimean War. So there was one in India and one in London, and they mixed up the designs. So in London there's this big airy building that should have been built in the hotter country, and there's just a small cosy building over there. Apparently that's the story. So we were in this living in this converted hospital. And one night I woke up, and I've never had it before. I don't know if you've had it, the night terrors. When you wake up and you're awake but you can't move, and sleep paralysis, and I felt that there was somebody trying to get in my head, and they tried to get in my body, and then they would rush out and couldn't stay in. Okay, so this about 3 times, and I was petrified, and it felt like a masculine energy. It was weird, and the only way out of the situation was to go back to sleep, was to shut my brain off, to close off. It was the only way because I couldn't physically move. So that happened, and I just thought, wow, that's a really bad dream, that's really freaky, that's really weird. Must have had too much cheese before bed. A couple of weeks later, I'm getting a taxi home from work. I was working in a bar in Greenwich, it was late at night, and the taxi driver drops me off, and he says, "Oh, this place was on Britain's Most Haunted last night," or whatever it was. I was like, right. And he said, yeah, he said, do you know the wing that you live in is the old converted, it's the psychiatric wing, and this is heartbreaking, where they used to hang soldiers in nets from the ceiling that had lost their minds, and they didn't know how else to contain them or control them. They used to hang these soldiers who come back from the war, the Crimean War, and I was like, that's it. That's what I felt, was so that's my ghost story, or I don't know if it's a ghost story or anything, I don't know what it is, but it honestly broke my heart to hear that, and to think that can be energies trapped in that way, or looking for some way out. So we moved out. We didn't stay there. Even though it was a luxury apartment and that we couldn't really afford or whatever, we moved out, and it just didn't feel like we were meant to be there. So yeah. That's my
If you didn't believe in ghosts before, hopefully you do now.
Yeah, yeah.